If you don't already have a complete high gear score set of luck gear in New World, then this video is for you. This is the perfect opportunity for anyone that's returning to the game or brand new to get essentially a free set of high gear score luck gear by just spending a few hundred gold, if that. There is a small catch and where you do need to have at least 205 armoring if you want to do this crafting yourself. If not, find a friend that does have it, or just check out the trading post, honestly, because chances are there's going to be a ton of this type of gear very, very soon, and it's not going to cost that much. So what I wanted to call out is the fact that there is currently the Halloween Night Veil event going on in New World, which allows us to essentially just grind a Halloween boss over and over and over again to get our hands on some unique currency. With this currency, we can go to the NPC and purchase a few different things. The one thing I want to call out though is that it is very cheap to get these armor patterns. What we have to do here is just buy a few of these armor patterns right here. I'm going to buy a total of 5, and then I'm going to head over to the armoring station. Essentially, the way luck works in New World is that you can continue to stack it across a handful of different pieces of gear. You not only can get the luck perk on a piece of gear, but you can also put a pearl if there's a socket in that piece of gear to even increase that overall luck again. There's also a handful of different foods in the game that can boost your luck, and then there's also luck trophies that you can place in each of your 3 houses to boost your luck even further on top of that. The main reason people want luck just to begin with is because you can have a higher chance of getting certain legendary items by killing mobs, bosses, and even opening chests. So nowadays it seems like more and more people are doing elite chest runs, not only to get a chance of getting some really powerful gear that even have infix perks like some of these here, but also the chance of getting some umbral crystals by every single time they loot an elite chest. And of course, there's also a chance of getting these perk charms. Some of these perk charms go between like 6,000 and 12,000 gold on my server currently, and it's a very, very easy way to make a ton of money in this game. By increasing your overall luck, you're also increasing your chance of actually getting a specific perk charm. So I do think that it's somewhat randomized between which ones you get, but I have been getting a ton more of these charms just by opening chests ever since I've been doing these runs with a full set of luck gear. So over time, this will basically give you tons and tons of gold just passively if you tend to do chest runs each day. Once you have the different Night Veil patterns, you're going to want to walk over to the outfitting station, go ahead and scroll down to the Night Veil patterns. You'll very quickly see the fact that you can not only craft these pieces with some very, very cheap materials, but you can also drop in a perk mod. For those of you who have been keeping up with current events, there has recently been a huge nerf to crafting altogether, where you can no longer drop in a specific perk while crafting a 730 gear score item. Previously, you were able to kind of stack multiple of the old perks with the new perks and things like that, and we knew that change was coming. However, the change of completely removing the ability to drop in a craft mod has been huge, and to be honest with you, I don't think crafting is worth it at all until they make some sort of change to this system. Except for, of course, these luck pieces, because you don't need to have a matrix to craft these, and you can drop in a craft mod. For example, in this case, we are specifically going to be looking for the luck craft mod right here, locking that in, and this is going to guarantee that we get luck on this piece of gear when we craft it. Also, this locks in wellness and health, which is just nice to have for chest runs. I mean, it just feels bad if you end up dying, and if people aren't nice, they won't revive you and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually use some scale cloth. I think scale cloth was like 3 gold each on my server. Scar hide was a little bit more. And you can just basically use any materials you want to kind of fit these buckets. lock in this craft mod, and then you're going to get some luck gear. So I'm going to go ahead and craft this right now. Here we go. I've got wellness, health, vital synergy, and luck, which is like perfect for a piece of luck gear like this. Then I'm going to go ahead and just craft the next piece. What I do want to call out though is that as you're gathering chests from elite chests, it will be loot biased. So if your best in slot PvE set or your best in slot PvP set uses a different weight compared to your luck set, it's going to be harder to get that item. So in other words, if you are crafting your own light set, try to make sure that each piece of the gear matches the piece of ideal gear you would want for your final set, because everything is loot biased when it comes to looting chests for the most case. So you do want to make sure that the overall armor weight for each piece matches your end goal of the type of gear you want. So again, I'm just going to craft another piece right here. Right here's the luck, craft it, and there we go. Honestly, I don't even care what this other perk is, because all I really want is a full set of luck gear to use for these chest runs. If you get one perk after crafting this set, it pays for itself. One perk charm, I should say, because again, those are like 6,000 to 12,000 each. It was probably 400 or 500 gold to craft each piece of this, so it's very, very cheap, and you'll easily get your money's worth if you tend to do elite chest runs. And that really covers it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is just a little helpful tip for all of you guys that may be new or returning to the game and don't already have a full high gear score set of luck gear. And maybe people just want to upgrade it to get a little bit beefier, because some of these zones definitely do pack a punch. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and give it a like and consider subscribing for some more New World content. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later.